Well, the reason we have Damian on today is because Damian's working on something that we all are excited about. And
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
a show that it's a second season of an audio drama he's been working on called Cybernautica, and he's in the middle of an Indiegogo campaign for it. And it's a week left.
We have 5 days left in what has been a 40-day kind of stretch, and I'm not the greatest guy at marketing and promotion, so it's kind of, I've been hitting the social media up with it, and I still think that it's been somewhat under the radar. So I'm glad you guys had me on to talk about it.
Yeah, so tell us about what Cybernautica is for anybody who's listening who doesn't know, and why our audience should and would be interested in it.
So yeah, Cybernautica is a full cast, high action audio drama, cyberpunk stuff. It focuses around at least the first season, focuses around a kind of a ragtag group of misfit mercenaries, kind of getting in over their heads as they do. The show takes place on a kind of man-made corporate city, island city, essentially out in the middle of the ocean. The first season was a pretty big hit, and we're looking to kind of continue on some intentionally loose threads to make the second season even bigger and better. We've doubled our cast, and it's been a fantastic adventure creating so far.
The cast that you have is fantastic as well, and some people that friends of the Shadowcasters network might recognize. But a lot of like, you really went deep and pulled in a lot of really great new talent that you hadn't worked with before, I know. So
yeah, I kind of went deep into the rabbit hole that is the audio drama community, and I really wanted to bring this thing to life after I came to terms and finished making Shadowrun content. I really wanted to make my own IP, and if I was going to do that, I was going to make it something that would feel good to people who love the genre of cyberpunk, but was very different in look and feel. And in our world, we have some genetic splicing stuff, we have psionics, we have all of that high action, high octane cybernetic stuff that everybody loves normally.
everything that Cyberpunk fans like. One of our own people is adjacent to this project. Can you guess who it is? Oz is because you've got it's a whole IP. It's not just the audio drama. You've got other things like an RPG that you're developing along with it, right?
Yes. Yeah. So we've been Damian and I designing an RPG behind the scenes. It's been going on and off for a year, but we just play tested the latest version this past week, and it was excellent. It is everything we want the game to be, and now we get to just build all of the stuff, like all of the world building and the systems that would go into that. So it's looking like we're gonna have a preview of that game pretty soon, and that's gonna be really cool. So if you're interested in a cyberpunk, it's crunchy, but it's sort of crunchy, but it's very, very easy system that, like, it's just quick to learn, and then everything else just is like selection of stuff, right?
Right.
It's been really cool. But that said, as fun as the RPG is going to be, and excited as we are for it, this audio drama is amazing. It's incredibly inspiring to work for. I mean, it gives me so many ideas, and like you said, the voice actors for this are excellent, and they're worth everything that we want them to get from paid by this Indiegogo. So, including Travis from Join the Anarchy. I have to give him a shout out. He's excellent. But so is everyone else on that cast.
The first season cast was fantastic, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
We have some fantastic additions to that first season cast that I just can't wait for people to hear. And the project truly, it was made to be a kind of cross media thing where people could get into the audio drama, listen to it, and be like, this is what the world is like, and this is, these are the kinds of characters I can see, and these are the things I can do in that world. And so making this audio drama with the idea that it would one day be a tabletop thing has been a truly unique experience, I think.
Why did you decide to
It's
go
just
with? I'm sorry. Why did you decide to go with? I'm always curious when people have to make these decisions. Why did you decide to go with Indiegogo instead of like Kickstarter, which it was what everybody goes with?
I figured that I know at least with Indiegogo they have options for you to run campaigns where you keep where you keep the whole thing or you don't.
Right, where
And I
Kickstarter is like
found
all or nothing.
exactly, and I found that not only did Indiegogo have a very fair model, but also that it had that option. And I thought funding an audio drama and being a rookie crowdfunder as I am,
Yeah, sure.
it was probably the best call to go with something that's a little more lenient, I guess.
They're more flexible. Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, back when I used to do student films like that, I had to do Indiegogo. I was like, there's no way I can do Kickstarter on that.
Why don't we? You sent me a little bit of a little sample.
Yeah, if I can say a thing about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The sample essentially is one of the narrative parts, so you don't get to hear a bunch of our wonderful voice actors very much in it, but it gives you a pretty good idea of the kind of high action and the pace that the show generally goes through. None of the witty banter, though. I didn't want to spoil anything for anybody who might want to hear it later.
Spoil the witty banter.
But you do get the quality voice acting that this contains, and it's so cool.
Yeah. Well, why don't we hear it? You ready? All right.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
I suppose I'll have to do.
The door was already raising as Johnny swept up her pistols and slung the duffel onto her back. She'd hated to admit that Evan had the right of it, that the time for talking was over. Without even so much as a second thought, she stuffed her nerves down before grabbing the exit handle above her to perch upon the edge of the seat, and the perilous drop, teeming with flying cars, drones, and all other manner of commotions that made this district the bustling hub that it was. With one last intake, she held her breath and let herself fall from the hovering car. Battered by the wind, Johnny erratically tumbled for a panic moment before stabilizing her freefall. With a silent prayer to any form of luck that she had left in this world, she plunged back through the traffic lane they diverged from. Each near miss was closer than the last as the frenzy rushed past her falling body, the autopiloting vehicles doing their best to account for the invading obstacle until she plummeted back into empty air, unscathed and feet first. Cutting hard towards the tower, she raised her pistols to fire shots through a set of specific arranged windows on the 123rd floor. Now was the moment. The timing needed to be perfect, she thought before urging her adrenal pump to engage. The grav packs engaged, shattering the damaged window while at the same time cushioning her landing to a manageable impact upon the carpeted floor of the suite. The airborne glass shrapnel reflexively forced the two bodyguards in the room to immediately put themselves between their charge and the violent flurry. That instinct would be their last, as Johnny was already to her feet and discharging precision shots before the debris had even settled. When it finally had, only Johnny's extraction target remained, covered in the sea green blood of her protectors, but otherwise unharmed.
What?
So good.
Yeah.
I cut you off there.
Something that we didn't mention was the sound design, the excellent sound design work.
Yeah.
And I think it's better that you hear it first before we even talk about it, so that you can really, really understand what it is that we're talking about. I mean, the level of like when the shots are being fired, but it's in like slow motion and you just hear the bullet like woo, 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 woo. It's like, it's so good.
yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah, that scene was essentially when I first thought of doing this show. That scene was the one that came to my mind, and that's like 8 episodes in. So,
yeah, man. Oh, it's such a evocative writing as well. So well done with that.
It's a cool aesthetic too. I mean, it's cyberpunk mixed with like Bioshock, basically. I mean, you get like that kind of Art Deco thing, and with the flying cars, and it's really, really cool. Actually, I never got to tell you this, but like I got to hear this. I heard the audio drama all over again on a road trip, and I listened to it with a friend of mine, and she fell in love with it. Like she was just like, "Oh my god, this is so good!" She cried, she laughed,
Hey.
she was shocked. I was like watching her go through this whole gamut of emotions, and it was so rewarding to have her listen to the whole thing. So
We do have a little bit of a roller coaster of emotions in the show, though.
a little bit.
Well, tell
So I can only
everybody.
imagine what season 2 is going to hold.
Tell everybody where they can go and support, which everybody should do, where they can find it and how they can help out and all of that stuff.
All right, so you can find the campaign for season 2 on Indiegogo by searching Cybernautica season 2. I'll also put the link in chat here, but
Great.
that's how you find us on there. You can also go to our website at www.cybernauticapod.com, and you'll find everything you need to know there as well.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Damian. Good luck, definitely.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Go do it. Don't wait. Run. Don't walk. Run. To
Don't
the-
walk.
Free fall.
Don't
We definitely
run
need all the
next
help
to
we
the
can
pool.
get. 5 days and only 15% in. The show's going to get made no matter what, but every bit helps to pay the actors and all the awesome talent that's working on this show.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll see you around, Damian.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Damian.
guys.
We love you, man.
All right. You guys heard it. You need to do it because
Now that he's gone, can I will say this too. I really, really want Damian's projects to succeed. Beyond the fact that they are really, really good, but also because he's such a good friend, and also he has been doing all the art direction for all the Frag and Unicorn stuff, and he's been doing a great job. So I want all of my friends to succeed, especially when they're good at what they do. And so please consider reaching out and supporting Cybernautica, because any support of Cybernautica will indirectly help everything that the 4 of us are doing as well, because we are all tied up in everybody's business so intimately.
Damian was is an sort of inseparable part of the genesis of the Shadowcasters network. So
He's one of the founding members.
He was one of the founding members. In fact, what he's
We
doing
kicked
with
him out,
Cybernautica,
but
that's one of that's basically the reason that he stepped away, was because he needed to put all of his attention into this project. So don't make it in vain. Get out there and help support him.